Hello, I'm Gunnars Esiason. I have cystic fibrosis and the feeding tube. Thank you for watching the third episode of the Own Your Feeding Tube video series. This video was made possible by an unrestricted educational grant by Nestle Health Science through the Esiason Foundation. This video, Normalcy with the feeding tube, will show how I'm able to maintain my physically active young adult lifestyle despite having cystic fibrosis and the feeding tube. As expected, there can be some challenges when it comes to adapting to life with the feeding tube, but most of these barriers are not insurmountable.
Nothing within the Own It video series should be considered medical advice. Such advice can only be given by a physician who is experienced with cystic fibrosis. The Esiason Foundation, Gunnar, and contributors to the Own It video series cannot be held responsible for any damage which may result from using the information on this video without permission of your medical doctor.
I've always been an active person. In high school, I played 2 varsity sports. I played football and ice hockey, and I really played just about every Little League sport when I was a little kid. So yeah, I would have considered myself a pretty active person prior to the feeding tube. Yeah, as a CF patient, I always try to stay active, getting out and playing hockey or when I was playing football. Really just any level of exercise helps clear my lungs, and that's definitely an important part of fighting the disease. Prior to having the feeding tube placed, I did struggle quite a bit with fulfilling the calorie requirements for my active lifestyle as a cystic fibrosis patient. I try to get at least 3,000 calories a day, maybe even 4,000, and before the feeding tube, there was just no way. I would have had to be constantly eating, and that was just a very, very difficult, challenging thing for me. Now that I've had the feeding tube placed and I'm taking on so many more calories in my day, I've noticed a few things. My recovery time is a lot quicker, and I don't feel totally out of energy the next day. I've been a pretty active person, so the energy needed to maintain that kind of lifestyle is I have a pretty high requirement. So I really try to get as many calories as I can, and those calories have really helped quite a bit. Yeah, so even though after getting the feeding tube placed, I still play hockey. I try to get on the ice once or twice a week. In the winter, I actually coach high school hockey and high school football, so I'm on my feet just about every day from August all the way through March. I'm even on the ice 3 or 4 times a week during that season too. So I try to be as active as I can, and I think the feeding tube actually helps. I think the feeding tube gives me quite a bit of energy when it comes to always being on my feet and always being able to interact with kids and teach kids and things like that. But beyond that, I think, I really haven't changed at all the way I've played hockey. I've been able to maintain the same way that I've played. I can slide across the ice on my stomach. I wouldn't even notice that it's there. And I also think that I probably wouldn't have gotten the feeding tube if that wasn't an option. I was assured that I would be able to continue my lifestyle, and I probably would become a better player after having it placed. And I agree with both that now. I definitely think I have more energy, and I wouldn't say my skills quite where I used to be, but I think I am definitely a better player now because of it. Yeah, I think I do notice the buttons sometimes if I have to put, skin tight, athletic wear on. I can imagine for a girl wearing a tight dress or something like that it may bulge a little, but that's just like the physical appearance of the feeding tube itself. You have to just accept that it's there and it's a part of you. There's no way around it. It's going to show a little bit regardless of what you're trying to do to cover it, but the important thing is that it's helping you. I know my health has benefited from my extra nutrition. I think that I've become a more active person. I think my energy level is just constantly up. I have a much easier time fighting infection and colds and viruses and just different things that come up in the life of a CF patient. The extra calories do help.
Got questions for Gunnar? Send them to us. If you're on Facebook, you can send them to us at facebook.com/Esiason Foundation. You can Twitter us at twitter.com/cystic fibrosis or twitter.com/G17 Esiason. And you can also send an email to Gunnar at gunnarsblog@esiason.org. When Gunnar answers your question, we'll credit you. So get busy and send them in.